I just don't understand how more and more just keeps piling onto this story. Like, nothing has changed, and Piper is still being exploited to the max, but now it's even worse, I would say, than it's ever been before. And if you're not familiar with the Bop House, neither was I before making the research for this video. Essentially, the Bop House is like a content creator house, like the Hype House, if you've heard about it, and they are basically controversial OF creators. So Piper posted this video where she was essentially dancing to a song that was known to be associated with the Bop House, so that people knew that it was like her Bop House audition, because she's putting it out there, or Tiffany is making her put it out there, that she wants to be a part of this content creation house, even though she's 17 and these are OF models. So it's obvious which direction Tiffany would like Piper to continue taking her career. And so you're probably making the connection here as to why this is so wrong, considering Piper is a minor. She is literally still 17 years old, and she's collaborating with these OF creators in this OF creator house. And people are arguing about whether or not she's actually part of the club or part of this house. And one of the creators has responded saying that she's never been a part of this house. And one of the other creators, or former creators of this, has basically been standing her ground and saying how wrong this is, but we'll get to that in a second. And I'm just like, does it really matter if she was a member of this house? Why is she working with this house at all? And what's most controversial about them is not that they're OF creators, but obviously it's controversial right now because they're creating with Piper Rockelle, who's a child. But a lot of their promotion seems to be geared towards children, but they're literally selling OF content.
My brother, now how does it feel that your sister has an OF?
Well, if it's taking me this far to Disneyland, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. And I still don't know what my friends mean when if it's pink.
You will never know, buddy. But hey, subscribe. Let's see where it can take us.
Like, this is so wrong on so many levels. So it's obvious why it's so wrong that the Bop House is creating content with Piper, not just because of the fact that she's a minor, but especially as a minor that has the intent to join this house. Like, you're now just opening her up to a whole market of creeps. Allegedly, Piper's mom was using this website called Brand Army, essentially exploiting her daughter and selling her to old men. Like, you pay to have messages or conversations with Piper through this app, and you pay for other different perks and stuff, but like at $200 a message, it's definitely not kids that are using this service. It is creepy old men that should be on some kind of list. And like I said earlier in this video, there was a member of the Bop House that chose to take a stance on this, or she's a former member now, her name's Joy, but this is what Joy had to say.
It is about Piper, because one thing about me is that I'm never gonna do anything associated with a minor. Like, it is ridiculous that the Bop House would even do that when there's so many other people you can collab with that is over age, because we all know what you guys do.
But of course that wasn't just the end of it. Aisha, one of the creators of the Bop House, she saw this TikTok and decided that she would make a response where she didn't really do any good for herself or for the whole situation. So here's what Aisha had to say.
I totally understand Piper being in the Bop House is wrong since she's 17. But the issue with this is that she never was in the Bop House. She came over to Sophie's place after we ran into her at the mall. It was literally just for fun. All we did was make TikToks.
People are not waiting for the Astrodino kids to drop a site, but people are literally waiting for Piper to drop one, and she's 17 and a minor. It's weird. And then there have been people commenting on the Bop House post, invite Piper, because they want her to drop. And then y'all invite her? Like, is that not insinuating something?
In response to Joy's post, somebody said, finally someone has common sense. It's so weird that people are okay with this house sexualizing a literal minor and exploiting her for money. Crazy. As a CSA survivor, I know exactly why Joy is crying. The grooming being boasted about before our very eyes should make us all want to cry. Honestly, watching a child be sexualized her entire life is excruciating, especially knowing that it's seemingly all orchestrated by her mother, who sexually assaulted a minor on camera. The girl who left the group and called them out is the only one there with a brain. The fact that everyone is against her and thinks Piper should join is disgusting. She didn't join. Please stop acting dumb. Why else would she be there? It's called the Bop House, and she's 17. This is disturbing. She and her mom knows right from wrong. They know exactly what they're doing. When she turns 18, she's gonna be a part of it. Piper's mother had her heading in this direction since she was 10 years old, so it's not surprising. Her mother would have had her been a part of the Bop House if child OF content was legal. I don't blame any of the females of the Bop House. Females like that have no morals, but I blame the mother because she couldn't make the content herself, so she used her daughter. This is honestly so upsetting. When I started watching Piper's channel like very young, I liked her and idolized her. She's like a couple months older than me, but the fact that she wants to be associated with OF and her own mother sexualizes her, I don't know how her mother has managed to keep custody of her because it's clear she only uses Piper for views and money. The sad part is I don't even think that Piper really truly grasps how much she's been exploited by her mother, and Piper might even currently be agreeing with her mother and the decisions that are being made for her. I'm not really sure what the relationship is like between the two of them right now, but I just wonder how there was this entire lawsuit with Piper still having to work for her mom and still being associated with her mom in this team. Like, why has this child not been emancipated?